With NBA free agency opening up yesterday, Joe Dumars did a little bit of shopping. Went and got us a big man too. Kind of for the cheap. So we're going to break down this move and what does it mean for the Pelicans in the near future. So y'all know what to do. Cue my music!
This is the Pelican Scoop with Jordan Kitchens, breaking down everything under the sun about your New Orleans Pelicans. Smash that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe to stay on top of your Pels content. Now, running point, here's Jordan.
What is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another edition of the Pelican Scoop. I am your host with the most, Jordan Kitchens, and ladies and gentlemen. Before we kick this bad boy off, I just want to say from the deepest part of my heart, not trying to get corny, not trying to get no sob tears and all that, but the growth the channel has had over the last couple of days has been amazing. I appreciate everybody that's been here from the jump, from the start of the season, that's watched this channel also grow and the community has grown. And I just appreciate everybody, the good, the bad, whatever. I just want to be able to create a space where Pelicans fans can have a discourse. I'm not trying to sit here and be a bootlicker for the franchise. I'm not trying to be here and be a bootlicker for the players. I just want to be able to talk ball thoroughly, as objective as how I feel about it, and it's been doing that, it's been building, and I just appreciate everybody that comes together because we just want to see the best for the Pelicans. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. We just want the best for the Pelicans because they got New Orleans on the front. So they're doing good, they're doing bad. We're going to be here regardless. So we're about to hit 2,000 subs. It's unbelievable. It's literally unbelievable. But let's kick this bad boy off. And yesterday, Joe Dumars did a little bit of shopping. NBA free agency open up. You seen guys get $100 million contracts. I just saw Nikhil Alexander-Walker go to the Hawks for 4 years, $62 million. One of David Griffin's failed experiments, but he found a way to stick in the league. This is not about Nikhil. This is about Kevon Looney. Kevon Looney, three-time NBA champion with the Golden State Warriors, signs with the New Orleans Pelicans yesterday. So let's break this down what Sham's talking about. As you can see from the screenshot on the screen at Sham Sharani on X, the everything app, Twitter, whatever you want to call it, free agent center Kevon Looney has agreed to a 2-year, $16 million deal with the New Orleans Pelicans, sources tell ESPN. Life Sports Agency CEO Todd Ramazu, however you say your name, Todd, forget you. You don't matter at the point. And the Pelicans reach a deal tonight for the three-time NBA champion who departs Golden State after 10 years. 10 years. Now, I told my friends when I first saw this, I really wasn't feeling this move. Yes, I did say the Pelicans needed big. Yes, I wanted a big. But, I wanted more of a rim protector. Like, Kevon Looney is an excellent glass cleaner. Like, Kevon Looney is going to clean the glass. He's going to protect the boards. Kevon Looney's going to protect the boards and set some strong screens, which the Pelicans need. They need rebounding and they need screens. So I'm not sitting there and going to act like this is a bad move. So I had to really dive a little bit deeper into Kevon Looney. Not only, what is he bringing to the Pelicans, but feel like what's his life like outside of the court. And so I found something very interesting. Let me just give you guys how thrown off I am. Okay. So what I like to do is when, the team brings in new players, I always like to see, I like to go check the Instagram comments. I like to go see his Instagram comments to see what is his former fan base saying about this certain player, because I was skeptical about this DeJounte Murray. If y'all remember when the Pelicans got DeJounte Murray, I talked about it probably when the first part of this channel. I was like, look, there's a lot of Hawks fans bad-mouthing him, and he didn't have the best exit from the Spurs. So I'm a little iffy about that because if you're good to a fan base, if you're a good, not even just saying you're a good player, but like if you just show up and work hard and just do whatever you got to do, you're not doing no weird stuff and doing all this, trying to alienate the fan base and doing things like that, being good in the community, giving back and whatnot, the fan base is going to send you nothing but flowers. Every time. Nobody's going to have nothing bad to say about you. And they're like, nobody's going to have nothing to say bad about you. And unlikely, the Hawks and the Spurs fans, they were smoking DeJounte. And I was like, okay, let's see how this goes. It's a little iffy the fan base doing that. So that's where I like to start off with. And when I checked Kevon Looney's his last Instagram post, you're going to see on the screen, I'm probably going to pull up a little video recording of it. Nothing but love. And I mean, he didn't even post like a goodbye farewell yet. He will do that. But this is just on a post he had a couple days ago. I'm talking nothing but love. You're going to see it on the screen. I mean, nothing but love. I did not see one bad comment, nobody said anything bad to say about Kevon Looney. You would have thought the Pelicans were getting Mother Teresa, somebody that just gives back to the world, a philanthropist, gives back to the community, and not even just that, just a great overall person. But forget all that. Cool, you can be a good person. What does this mean about you playing ball and how can you affect the team? So let's talk about what Kevon Looney can do for this Pelicans team. So it's of no surprise that him and Jordan Poole were former teammates with the Golden State Warriors, winning that ring in 2022. So Jordan Poole was very ecstatic once he saw that we're getting Kevon Looney. He's talking about OMG is lit with the little demon emoji and the Florida Lee. Hey, Poole getting a little bit of seasoning on him. So Jordan Poole and Kevon Looney. I'm not going to sit here and act like, the Pelicans got this new duo or whatever, but this is a good vet and a good locker room guy that this team is bringing in. Joe Dumars already informed us that the type of players they want to bring in are high IQ guys, high character. And then when you hear that character word, you start thinking about Griffin. We want the best humans possible. We want great humanitarians. These guys over here, they throw their trash away. They're the goodest citizens ever. When you hear that, like, okay, that's cool, bro, but what does this mean about you playing basketball? And Kevon Looney is going to bring you a good veteran presence you have nothing but young bigs at this point. You have nothing but young bigs between Carlo, between Yves Missi, and Derek Queen. You need a vet, all right? CJ McCollum's gone. You got to bring some type of veteran presence, a guy with 3 rings, so he knows what winning looks like. He knows what goes into trying to build a winning contender. Granted, the Pelicans don't have Steph Curry, Draymond Green, Kevin Durant, Klay Thompson. We don't have necessarily that, and we damn sure don't have a Steve Kerr. We don't have that, but you're starting to see the building blocks. I'm just being honest with you guys. You're seeing Joe be a man of his word. He's telling you the type of guys who are trying to bring in tough-minded guys that are going to be aggressive and that are going to have high IQ, know how to game. Kevon Looney is a high IQ player. Not only does he know how to set great screens and know how to rebound, but he just knows how to play his role. And I think that could be great on the development for Derek Queen, who needs to learn how to set better screens. Yves Missi, who needs to get a lot bigger. You can see how he transformed into a nice, big body player. How to set some screens, how to attack the glass. Even Carlo. So I think it's a good addition in that sense. I really did want a rim protector because Kevon Looney, let's break down Kevon Looney's stats, matter of fact. So last season with the Golden State Warriors, Kevon Looney averaged 4.6 rebounds, 1.6 assists, no blocks, no steals, 51% from the field, so he's not taking, stupid shots. Shot 40% from 3, but he only shot 0.1 attempts, so he's not really shooting threes. He's going to give you what he's going to give you, right? You're not expecting Looney to come out here and average, we need 35 points and 35 rebounds from Kevon Looney. Like, you're not going to get that. But I think at his best, what I've seen from his best, though, was the 2022-2023 season, as you can see on the screen, which I think he can come back and give you a little bit of this. This is what I think Kevon Looney can give this Pelicans team. Around 7 points, 9.3 rebounds, 2.5 assists. Maybe not that many assists because you're not passing it, like I said, to Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Jordan Poole. Jordan Poole's on the roster, but, still no blocks, still no steals. But that's at 23 minutes a game. As you saw from the other one, he played only 15 minutes a game last year for the Golden State Warriors. So I think he'll get around maybe 20 minutes a game for the Pelicans. Should. You got him on a 2-year, $16 million deal. I think Kevon Looney will come in and be an immediate impact, not only just setting screens, maybe to free up Zion a little bit, because I just feel like this Pelicans team just is terrible at setting screens. Like, it's just like, when Zion sets screens, they're always not the best screens. You need a guy that can sit there and create. We haven't had a good screen setter, let's call it what it is, since JV. The second JV left the team has not had anybody remotely close to setting a good screen. And then if you talk about outside of him, who the hell is setting good screens outside of JV on this Pelicans team the last couple of years? Pretty much nobody since Steven Adams. Like, you needed a guy like this. You needed a guy that's going to instill some type of toughness. A guy that is going to be a stalwart on the team. So I think Kevon Looney will be a good addition to this team. But it's not like this move is the stone move. Like, okay, they got Kevon Looney. Ooh-wee, they finna turn it up. Like, no, it's a good foundational piece to keep building on and keep instilling the culture that Joe Dumars wants to install into this team. That's what I feel like this move is all about. You want to bring in a strong veteran because a team that's extremely young. Like, the oldest player outside of Looney was DeJounte Murray, right? So you got a bunch of young guys in their 20s trying to figure it out. You got 2 teenagers now, Jeremiah Fears and Derek Queen, with a guy like Zion Williamson, who is, I don't know. He might not be the best person they need to be learning from. But Kevon Looney, looking from his comments, looking at his Instagram page, seeing what he likes to get into outside of the court, this is a good locker room guy and a good veteran piece that this team added and his team desperately needed. Now, what does this mean? Joe Dumars done. I don't expect this team to be done. I expect him to at least get probably a type of swing type of wing that can play the 2 and the 3. Get one of those guys. They got Peavy, but I don't think they're necessarily done. Maybe another big man. I still think this team needs a rim protector. A lot of people are like, oh, we got Missi. If you only have one rim protector, you really, like, come on now. I think you need a little bit more than Missi because Missi, he's not that type of shot blocker. Like Misi's one of those guys that's going to like rotate over and smack it off the glass, and he's not really. I know a lot of people don't like to talk about Rudy Gobert, but he's not one of those guys that's going to sit there in front of the rim and just deter you from going to the paint. Like, I get it. Rudy Gobert gets a lot of hate, even though he's a great player. Like, I hope you guys know Rudy Gobert is going to the Hall of Fame. Like, I get it. The guy started COVID, whatever, but he's still a Hall of Famer. And when you watch the Timberwolves, he does deter people from going into the paint, from attacking the paint. I can't say the same thing about Misi. Granted, Misi can get there, but I just think you need one more. You really needed one more guy to be like that, or that can give you a little bit of that. But, maybe Joe is banking on Misi year 2 leap, right? But I think you have a various slew of different bigs now. Between everybody has a different skill set. Out of Carlo, Looney, Derek Queen, and Misi, all of them are different. All of them are different. You don't have 2 of the same type of guys, so that's good in a way. It gives you a lot more versatility with the lineups and what you want to do. But in my eyes, for this team to truly be at its best, okay, let's have some hypotheticals. All right, to end this video off, let me just give you guys a hypothetical. For this team to truly be at its best, your starting front court, like if this team is going to go where they need to go, I'm not saying NBA champ, but they have to make the playoffs. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. You traded that pick, you have to make the playoffs now. You're not going to be there if your starting front court is not Yves Misi at the 5 and Derek Queen at the 4. Has to be. Yeah, they have to find a way to get Queen along to where he's starting. Have to be, because Zion Williamson is not the 4 of the future. I keep seeing all these little ESPN people put up like this is the future depth chart of the Pelicans, and this was the lineup, and they keep putting Zion at the 4. The Zion at the 4 stuff is over. We have to stop. We have to move off that. He plays a lot better at the 3. He plays a lot better when he has 2 big men to go rebound for him, because we all know, and we all been having these gripes about Zion, that he cannot rebound, or he can't rebound. He doesn't rebound at a high enough clip to where it's like, damn, Zion getting 5-6 rebounds, like damn, like 7 rebounds is a lot to him. For him to be at his best, he's a 3. Maybe he doesn't have the typical, this is a 3, but he's an NBA small forward. Now, if he's giving you 6-7 rebounds, maybe 8 on a good night at a small forward position, that's great. That's a chef's kiss. That's a chef's kiss. But I think if this team's going to truly get to where they need to get to, you got to have Zion at the 3, you got to have Queen at the 4, and you got to have you got to have Misi at the 5. Now, fill-in, obviously, Trey's going to start, and point guard's probably going to have to be Jordan Poole for the time being until, DeJounte or whatever, however that comes back. And I know a lot of people are like, well, Herb Jones and all this, but, hey, man, I'm not starting Herb over Trey. And I'm damn sure need Zion at the 3, because we've seen him at the 4, and you're at a disadvantage with him at the 4 every time. You got teams out there like the Utah Jazz. I know it's the Utah Jazz, but you got them out there with Walker Kessler, Lauri Markkanen, and 2 7-footers. 2 7-footers. Every time we play the Jazz is a mismatch. Every time we see Milwaukee, it's a problem with Brook Lopez and Giannis. Now, I know Lopez ain't there no more, but it's like always a problem when you have these giant 4s in Zion. Like, it's always a mismatch, other than when he sees Jaren Jackson Jr., and that's finger licking. Ooh, that was kind of pause on whatever that motion was. Whoa. But finger licking good anyway. So let me know how y'all feeling, man. Let me know how y'all feeling about this Looney deal. Just let me know how y'all feeling, bro. I just want to have a discourse. Let's just talk ball. Let's shoot ideas in the comments. But I've been your host the most, man. I'm about to get up out of here. Y'all have a good one, man. Peace.